The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Adena Springs South, Daily Racing Form, Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Jerry Parks Insurance Group, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Tampa Bay Downs, and Woodford Thoroughbreds.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a busy edition of Thoroughbred Week with a dozen stakes on the card, including the latest winner of the Grade 1 Los Alamitos Futurity for Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert. We begin with fillies and mares at Fairgrounds in the Tiffany Last Stakes. Cash Control, the 7-5 favorite, John G. Dooley has the call.
3 furlongs to go. Cash Control leads from Silent Ronin. Sweet Basil moving into scoring position. Tis Lately fourth at the inside. Mimas Venezuela. Please Explain gets a nudge to go. Pulled to the far outside, and Midnight Sweetie cuts the corner past the quarter pole. They're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 1 minute 12 and 4/5 seconds. Cash Control set down now by Sean Bridgmahan. Final furlong. Midnight Sweetie finishing toward the rail. Under pressure, Silent Ronin. Tis Lately shifted out. On the outside is Please Explain, and Mimas Venezuela battles, but well inside the final 16th, it's Cash Control. It's her 6th win. It comes in the Tiffany Last by 3.
Cash Control by Windstar Farm Stallion, Pioneer of the Nile, scores officially by 2.5 lengths over Tis Lately, who was disqualified to 7th. Sean Bridgmahan, the winning jockey, in 143 flat. The third consecutive victory for Cash Control, who won her last 2 starts against Allowance Optional Claiming Company at Churchill Downs. The 4-year-old filly was bred in Kentucky by her owners, Richard and Bertram Klein. Cash Control has earned $203,000. Brad Cox took over as trainer for her current campaign. Next from Fairgrounds, the Tenacious Stakes. Eagle, the 7-5 favorite. Once again, here's John G. Dooley.
3 furlongs to go. Nate's Mineshaft still. We come back then to Freestyler and Treasury Bill. Nate's Mineshaft looking to lead all the way. Nate's Mineshaft on the outside, Super Mason with 6 as they come for home. Here's Eagle just in back of the front, under a quarter to go. 3/4 went in 112 flat. Nate's Mineshaft. Here comes Eagle now, who sprouts his wings for the final furlong. Eagle takes off. Nate's Mineshaft. Freestyler in the orange cap is running on past the 16th. Eagle led from Freestyler. It's Eagle, and Eagle has won the Tenacious from Freestyler.
Eagle takes it by 1.25 over Freestyler. Brian Hernandez up in 141 3. A troubled third in the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes at 2. Eagle records his first stakes victory. Off for nearly 8 months this season, the Neil Howard trainee won optional claimers at Keeneland and Churchill Downs in his last 2 starts. The 3-year-old colt by Candy Ride was bred in Kentucky by his owner, W.S. Farish. Eagle has earned $195,000. For all your insurance needs, a specialist at Jerry Parks Insurance Group is there to assist you with 40 years of exceptional coverage. Look for Jerry Parks, John Cassie, or Kelly Weeks at the January sales. To Aqueduct for the Queens County Stakes, Tommy Macho, the 6-5 favorite. Travis Stone has the call.
They're on the far turn now. Financial Modeling still up top. Leads by 2. Tommy Macho asks for more speed. Coming after Financial Modeling, length and a half to make up. Farther back, it's Milude third toward the rail. Turco Bravo, Kid Cruz is winding up from the back. Still 5 lengths to make up, though. Quarter mile to go. Financial Modeling is off the turn. The whip is out on Tommy Macho. 2 lengths to make up. Top of the stretch now. And Financial Modeling is shaken up on that lead. Kicks away to lead by 3, now by 4. Tommy Macho grinding away in second. Kid Cruz on the outside in third. But it's Financial Modeling with a 5-length lead at a 16th to go. And Financial Modeling goes coast to coast in the Queens County, wins by 3.5.
Financial Modeling, the winner officially by 4.25 lengths over Tommy Macho. Arad Ortiz aboard the Keeneland Sales graduate in 149 3. Financial Modeling making his stakes debut after winning an optional claimer over the turf at the Big A. The 4-year-old colt by Street Sense was bred in Kentucky by Haymarket Farm and was a $130,000 Keeneland September yearling. Financial Modeling has earned nearly $206,000 for Clarovitch Stables and William H. Lawrence. This was trainer Chad Brown's 200th victory of 2015. Derby Den Stallion Tapiture, a 5-time graded stakes winning millionaire by leading sire Tappet, new for 2016. Tapiture is now available for inspection at Derby Dan. to Gulfstream Park for the Grade 3 Mr. Prospector Stakes. Stalwalkin' Dude, the 7-5 favorite. Larry Comas picks up the call.
XY Jet rolling right along here and opening up now to a 3.5 length lead. And then Sing Another Song, Stalwalkin' Dude, Weekend Hideaway to the outside. Speechify is next. And then CZ and Grand Shores. And XY Jet has opened up to lead by 8 lengths as they come to the top of the stretch. Runs a half mile in 44-1. They're into the stretch. And XY Jet is 10 in front of the rest of the field. CZ has now moved up into second. Grand Shores is taken third, but they're 10 lengths behind XY Jet. He ran a hole in the wind today. XY Jet and the Mr. Prospector.
XY Jet coast home by 9 1/4 lengths over Grand Shores. Misiel Jaramillo aboard in 108-2, a 107 bar speed figure. A close second in the Grade 3 Hutchison Stakes in his first start of the year. XY Jet makes it 3 in a row off a 6.5-month layoff. A $56,000 OBS August yearling, XY Jet has earned nearly $215,000 for Gelfenstein Farm. Jorge Navarro trains the winner. The 3-year-old gelding by Ken Thoros was bred in Florida by Didier Placencia. Thoroughbreds, race him or chase him. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com.
We've waited nearly 4 decades for a horse to conquer the American Classics. He was worth the wait.
The 37-year wait is over. American Pharoah has won the Triple Crown. A Triple Crown winner, a Breeders' Cup winner, a horse of a lifetime.
Standing at Coolmore America, home of champions.
Here comes Capo Bastone with a bold late rally. Can Capo Bastone do it here? Yes, he did.
Capo Bastoni with a tough customer and awfully fast on the inside. It's going to be Capo Bastone.
Capo Bastone, Grade 1 placed in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile at 2, and a Grade 1 winner at Saratoga at 3. New for 2015 at Adena Springs South.
A Florida bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul. He is a Florida bred.
Combining the legacy of Kentucky with the fertile breeding ground of Florida, Woodford Thoroughbreds proudly introduces in 2014 Warfront's best son to stand at stud, multiple graded stakes winner, Sold Out, and juvenile Grade 1 winner of the Hopeful Stakes, Currency Swap. Woodford Thoroughbreds, where a new generation of horse racing excellence has begun.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with turf 3-year-olds at Gulfstream Park coming up in this segment. We begin with turf fillies and mares at Fairgrounds in the Blushing KD Stakes. Kittens Dumplings, the 2-1 favorite. John G. Dooley has the call.
The half mile in 49 and 4/5 seconds as they go to the far side of the course. Masquerade with Eden Prairie now making this move. Haunted Heroine and Zuby Zuby Zoo. Hot Tempo is now 5th. Then Kittens Dumplings and the Ramsey Redcap picking it up. Zlati is under pressure. Street of Gold fan wide. Then Zinta Zodi 2 wide around Zlati. FC Country Day last. They've turned the corner in the Blushing KD. 3/4 1 minute 14 and 4/5 seconds. Masquerade, Eden Prairie, Kittens Dumplings now strikes the top. Under pressure, Haunted Heroine. Street of Gold staying on. For the inside, Zuby Zoo in a tight spot there. It's Kitten's Dumplings who leads past the 16th for Manny Esquivel. Street of Gold with a late thrust. It's Kitten's Dumplings and Street of Gold. Kitten's Dumplings holds.
Kitten's Dumplings holds off the late charge of Street of Gold by a neck. The winner under a high weight of 124 pounds and Manny Esquivel in 146 3. Winner of the Grade 1 Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup at 3, the Mike Maker trainee missed her entire 4-year-old season, but she's come back to record a pair of stakes victories in South Florida this year. The 5-year-old mare by Kitten's Joy was bred in Kentucky by her owners, Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey. Kitten's Dumplings has earned nearly $798,000. DRF Breeding, home of the new sire-powered results tool. Access race results from North America. Visit drf.com/breeding for additional information. To Gulfstream Park for the Tropical Park Oaks. 8-5 favorite Osceola is starting to fade as we pick up the call by Larry Comas.
Joel Rosario and Temi the Torpedo storm to the lead on the far turn. Red Sachet is trying to get going now. Back there in 5th. Down on the inside comes Light in Paris. Temi the Torpedo. And Celestine's going to fight her at the top of the stretch. Celestine back in front. Temi the Torpedo continues to run at her. And they're clear of the others. Light in Paris is 3rd. Celestine determined. Temi the Torpedo. Aeromea closing with Light in Paris. It's going to be a dramatic finish here. And it's going to be Temi the Torpedo.
Temi the Torpedo by Windstar Farm Stallion More Than Ready takes the photo by a neck over Celestine. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sells graduates. Joel Rosario up in 143 1. Graded stakes placed at 2. Temi the Torpedo earned her first stakes victory. The Chad Brown trainee was last seen finishing 6th in the Grade 2 Mrs. Revere Stakes in her second start off a 1-year layoff. The winner was bred in Kentucky by William H. Harrigan. A $225,000 OBS April 2-year-old, Temi the Torpedo has earned nearly $165,000 for Long Lake Stable and Beacon Hill Thoroughbreds. The filly was consigned by Harrigan's Maya Comet Farm to the 2013 Keeneland September yearling sale, where she was purchased by Vidalia LLC for $100,000. Tropical Park Oaks winner Temi the Torpedo, the Keeneland Sells graduate of the week. Next, the Tropical Park Derby. Chad Brown sent out the 7-2 favorite in Tweet Kitten. Once again, here's Larry Comas.
Solemn Tribute on top all the way so far. Watch Your Own Bobber 3/4 of a length behind. Then A Lot moving up 3 wide in 3rd. Tweet Kitten on the inside is 4th. Team Colors goes up 5th. Conquest Typhoon 6th in between horses. A Campari on the outside, and Enjoy the Show along the rail are next. War Story picking up some ground from the back of the pack going by Element, and they're coming toward the top of the stretch. Watch Your Own Bobber. Watch Your Own Bobber turns for home in front, taking over from Solemn Tribute, and here on the outside come A Lot in Team Colors, and they're closing in. Tweet Kittens behind them, and then Conquest Typhoon. A Lot Team Colors. Watch Your Own Bobber. Solemn Tribute keeps battling on the inside. Solemn Tribute's coming back. They're all coming down to the line together. Very close. Solemn Tribute or Team Colors.
Solemn Tribute holds off the late run of Team Colors by a head with a dead heat for show. Julianne Leperoux aboard the Keeneland Sells graduate in 139 4. The first stakes victory for the Brian Lynch trainee, who was coming off a runner-up finish to Watch Your Own Bobber in the Showing Up Stakes. The gelding by Medaglia d'Oro was bred in Ontario by Anderson Farms and was a $385,000 Keeneland September yearling. Solemn Tribute has earned nearly $133,000 for Leal Stables. Julianne Leperoux with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. The Spendthrift Farm Stallion of the Week is Patio Prado, Grade 1 winning millionaire and versatile son of Sire of Sires El Prado. Patio Prado is the sire of 14 first crop 2-year-old winners to date, including Grade 1 placed filly Sutton Smile and stakes winner and Grade 3 placed filly Above Fashion.
Shaking it up on the outside, Central Bank is shaking it up to win in a driving finish. Shaking it up, and David Flores won the Malibu. They're almost in a straight line as they come for home now. Shaking it up will win it. Shaking it up, coming home powerfully. Shaking it up, and authoritative winner.
In this game, there's no room for second best.
To be the best, you need the best. Actistatin Equine, clinically proven joint protection. 3 U.S. patents and 2 clinical trials prove Actistatin Equine is the most powerful joint formula on the planet. Superior absorption helps your athlete lubricate, strengthen, renew. No other product even comes close. Find your best with Actistatin.
Ask your veterinarian or call for a free consultation. 866-587-7333.
You know, I like FedBiz.
It's got a lot of things to like. This horse has a stallion's pedigree. It's an exceptionally good family as a stallion prospect. Physically, you can't really fault him.
He's a more compact, well-made, American-type horse.
Beautifully balanced horse. He's got a very intelligent head. He's a perfect package.
This horse has a great shot.
I think he's got a big shot at making it. Love his chances as a stallion.
Don't you know Hail Marys are long shots? But even a long shot can be a winner, like at Tampa Bay Downs. Because at Tampa Bay Downs, well, jockey?
At Tampa Bay Downs, you can have a lot of fun, maybe win a little money, watching the horses run.
Awesome. Grandstand admission is free on weekdays and only $2 on weekends. So you think you can catch a race or two?
Yeah, maybe a long shot will pay off for me.
Tampa Bay Downs, live it up at the Downs.
OBS presents a spectacular season for 2016. The new year begins with the OBS Championship Stakes January 26th, followed by the Winter Mix Sale January 27th and 28th. The 2-year-old sale season gets underway with the March sale on the 15th and 16th. The spring sale of 2-year-olds is April 19th through 22nd, and 2-year-olds and horses of racing age will be offered June 14th through 17th. OBS, we measure success by performance. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with a photo finish in the Sugar Bowl Stakes coming up in this segment. 2-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. 2-year-old fillies at Tampa Bay Downs in the Sandpiper Stakes. Can Do, the 4-5 favorite. Richard Grunder has the call.
Quarter of a mile to run in the 37th running of the Sandpiper. Hidden Treat on the outside. Moves up and now collars the leader. Can Do battles back gamely toward the rail now to be second. 2.5 lengths farther back. Old Valeria is all in. They straighten away for the run to the wire. Hidden Treat and Daniel Centeno have the race to win or lose. Here comes a little attitude on the outside. The only one with a chance down to the wire. Hidden Treat shortening stride. A little attitude on the outside is lunging late. Hidden Treat will not be denied.
7-1 Hidden Treat holds off 20-1 A Little Attitude by half a length. Daniel Centeno aboard in 1:11-2. Hidden Treat stepping up to Stakes Company after breaking her maiden on debut over the Laurel Park turf course. The filly by Lemon Drop Kid was bred in Kentucky by Mr. and Mrs. Roy Jackson. Trained by Arnold Delacour, Hidden Treat has earned nearly $53,000 for Leal Stables. To fairgrounds for 2-year-old fillies in the L'Atelier Memorial Stakes. Princess Kennedy, the 7-5 favorite. John G. Dooley has the call.
It's Flashy Appeal, who holds a short lead. Here's Spice-Tastic's challenge now for Flashy Appeal. And these two fillies together as they come toward the quarter pole. Above Fashion right there while 3 deep. Princess Kennedy up the inside. And last is Cape Magic. They're homeward bound. The half mile in 46 and 1/5 seconds. Spice-Tastic's forged in front. Above Fashion now, bearing down on Spice-Tastic, and Flashy Appeal battles up the inside. Princess Kennedy was switched out. Final 16th, it's Above Fashion who's taken the lead. Above Fashion, Flashy Appeal, Princess Kennedy, then Spice-Tastic 4th. Above Fashion and Colby Hernandez. Above Fashion has won it.
Above Fashion by Spendthrift Farm Stallion Patio Prado takes it by 1.25 over Princess Kennedy. Colby Hernandez aboard the Keeneland Sells Graduate in 1:11-3. Second as a maiden in the Cassidy Stakes in July, Above Fashion has changed hands 3 times during her 8-race career. Runner-up in the My Trusty Cat Stakes in her first start for Britland Stable and trainer Ron Fouché, and third in the Grade 3 Delta Princess Stakes, Above Fashion gets her first stakes victory. The winner was bred in Kentucky by Clarkland Farm. It was a $10,000 Keeneland September yearling. Above Fashion has earned $169,000. Back to Tampa Bay Downs for the inaugural stakes. Eshak, the 3-5 favorite. Once again, here's Richard Grunder.
At 99-1, Union Grace has come up and forced the pace of Eshak. 2.5 lengths farther back, Foremost Summation moves wide for the drive third, and Brary is there toward the rail fourth, but as they turn for home, Eshak has shaken clear again, and he's in the clear and strictly the one to catch. Way out on the outside, Jay's Way coming on. Eshak now starting to shorten stride, racing erratically. Foremost Summation is lunging late. Those two in a driving finish. Eshak got back on track, and I think he held on.
Despite being distracted when his blinkers came unfastened and started flapping, Eshak is able to hold off Foremost Summation by a neck. Pedro Cotto Jr. up in 111 flat. Eshak heavily favored after breaking his maiden by 10 1/4 lengths on debut over the track. The colt by Harlan's Holiday was bred in Kentucky by his owner, St. George Stables. Trained by Efren Loza Jr., Eshak has earned nearly $40,000. To Fairgrounds for the Sugar Bowl Stakes. Twirling Cinnamon, the 6-5 favorite. Once again, here's John G. Dooley.
They enter the turn, and it's Taylor's Angiel back down to the fence, who just leads. D. Shiflet right up there with inside 3 furlongs to go. Taylor's Angiel from D. Shiflet. L's Holiday right there third and drawing in. For the inside is Hunkered Down, red cap and sleeves, Twirling Cinnamon with a black cap. Will Munnings is wide and Argo is last into the stretch. A half mile 45 and 3/5 seconds. Taylor's Angiel driven now to this final furlong. On the outside, here comes Twirling Cinnamon now with her challenge for Taylor's Angiel. In between horses is L's Holiday, then D. Shiflet past the 16th. Twirling Cinnamon descends on Taylor's Angiel. It's close. It is a photo finish in the Sugar Bowl.
And let's take another look at that photo finish. It's 9-2 Taylor's Angiel with the lead on the rail, toting 116 pounds in Roberto Morales. The favorite Twirling Cinnamon is closing rapidly, under 118 pounds in Sean Bridgemahan. But Taylor's Angiel holds on to take the photo by a nose. 21-1 long shot Hunkered Down, a distant third. 6 furlongs in 111 flat. Taylor's Angiel ships in from Delta Downs, where he was an impressive first out maiden winner for trainer Carl Broberg. The gelding by Private Vow was bred in Texas by his owner, David Davis. Taylor's Angiel has earned nearly $48,000. Coming up, a Baffert Exacta and the Losal Futurity.
But Bahamian Squall has won the Sunshine State.
Bahamian Squall in front from Trinity Bird, Jackson Bend 4 outside. It's Bahamian Squall to win the Smile.
Since Florida's first Kentucky Derby winner, Needles, in 1956, Florida has produced 50 national champions,
the 11th Triple Crown winner,
13 Classic winners, 155 millionaires, memorable performances, and 26 Breeders' Cup winners. Produce your next champion in Florida.
Flatter, a graded son of AP Indy, continues to rank among leading sires. The sire of graded stakes horses in every crop, he consistently has runners at the highest level.
Upstart is pulling away to win the Holy Bull.
But a very stylish performance from Terrace.
Kobe's is back, wins it for Gary Stevens.
Powerful on the track and fashionable in the sales room, Flatter is from a top sire family. Flatter at Claiborne Farm.
Since 1894, Daily Racing Form has told the story of thoroughbred racing. 120 years later, Daily Racing Form continues to tell the story and bridges the worlds of racing and breeding. Presenting DRF Sire-Powered Results. Access race results by sire, name of horse, track, date, age, type of race, distance, surface, and country. And now, sort results by DRF's exclusive buyer speed figures, available only at DRF Breeding.
Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. 2-year-olds in the Grade 1 Los Alamitos Futurity. Bob Baffert sent out the top 2 betting choices, 3-5 favorite More Spirit, and 5-2 second choice, Taze on Ice. Here's the call by Frank Miramati.
And they're off. More Spirit began beautifully, so did Taves on Ice. Urlacher at the rail, Frank Conversation showing plenty of early speed. Hollywood Dawn moves up to take 4th, and More Spirit will settle in 5th. He's tugging just a bit. I'm Already There outside of him. They fan across the track into the first turn, and Sorry About Nothing is the distant trailer. Frank Conversation will show the way, prompted by Taves on Ice, who's just a half length back in second. Then comes I'm Already There in eager third. Hollywood Dawn on a stranglehold between horses, and Urlacher is just inside of him. Those 5 covered by 2.5 lengths. More Spirit cruising just behind them, and a gap of 4 to Sorry About Nothing. Frank Conversation continues to lead, heading to the half-mile pole, with Taves on Ice right up alongside second. I'm Already There, widest of all. Urlacher, Hollywood Dawn in between them. There hasn't been much change. More Spirit still traveling kindly enough. He's got 4 lengths to make up and has to get going now. And Sorry About Nothing's at the back, 3/8 from home. Taves on Ice puts his nose in front of Frank Conversation. I'm Already There, 3 wide. Urlacher just behind them. More Spirit has a lot of ground to make up, but he starts to kick in now inside the quarter pole. Frank Conversation, Taves on Ice are head and head. Taves on Ice a narrow lead. More Spirit finding his best stride, has to get to his stablemate, Taves on Ice. Taves on Ice and More Spirit. More Spirit gets a left-handed reminder from Gary Stevens, right up alongside of Taves on Ice, and More Spirit takes over coming past the wire. It will be More Spirit to win the Los Alamitos Futurity by 1.5 lengths.
Bob Baffert trainees run 1-2 with More Spirit defeating Taze on Ice, officially by 1.25 lengths. Gary Stevens, the winning jockey, in 1:43.2. Second on debut, More Spirit was a 4.5 length maiden winner at Santa Anita in his second start. Shipped to Churchill Downs for his stakes debut, he finished second as the favorite in the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes. The Ridgeline by Escondrea was bred in Pennsylvania by Elkstone Group and was an $85,000 yearling and a $650,000 2-year-old. A record 8th winner of the Futurity for Baffert, More Spirit has earned $288,000 from Michael Lund Peterson. More Spirit paid $340 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. We'll have the Grade 1 Malibu Stakes and the Grade 1 La Brea Stakes from opening day at Santa Anita next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture. It's online at tbredweek.com.